Hi guys, Mike back again with part 9 of how to build a Forge World Cerastus Knight. Okay, we're painting now. So like I said in the previous vid, how to build it is finished now. Apart from, like I said, the magnets, I'll show you gluing them in and show you what they look like when they're done. They should come this week. So we're on to how to paint it basically. So last video I spoke about the tapes I use. Like I said, Tamiya. Sometimes get it in this little dispenser thingy, but it's cheap. I think that was only £1.65, I think, in my local hobby shop. I can't remember how much the 10mm was, but that came in the dispenser. And like I said, we're using the Jammy Dog fine line pinstriping stuff to make our fine white lines. Okay, so we've finished the hazard striping on the shin guard. So obviously I'm going to go round. All of these elevated edges are going to be gold to tie in with the rest of my Titans. So really pleased with that, like the effects. So you can see now the kind of hues of the yellow. It's a bit darker in the edges, lighter up top, back to dark. And once the gold's on here, it will really pop because obviously this bit here is going to break up the hazard stripe. I'm just going to paint the inside a metallic colour and not worry too much about that. Just a kind of a worn, weathered metallic. So that's the shin guard. Really pleased with that. Came out really nicely. And again, it was a tip. I use these clay shapers. They are good for shaping clay, but they've got rubber tips, and they're really, really good for putting the tape in. So when you're putting your tape on, just sort of edging it around the corners, getting into all the little bits. Yeah, getting into all the little corners and edges and stuff, making sure your tape's perfectly flat, smoothing it out on the actual edges when you've put tape on there. And you can see it clearly works a treat because we haven't got any bleed through whatsoever. Really, really happy with that. That's really good. Pleased with that. So yeah, clay shapers. These are size 0s. You can get massive ones. The big ones are really, really expensive, but sometimes you can pick them up cheap. But anyway, that's what I use. I've just got these two. I don't do a lot of masking off, really, to be fair, you know. And what I do is managed by these two clay shapers. And then we've got the top carapace. So as we said, all of that's going to be red. And I just wanted to do this bit here. So ignore that rough bit there. So up to here. There we go. That's our effect. So there we go. You can see the pinstripes worked with the whites and the yellows and blacks. So that's all come out really, really nicely. So you'll see a little bit of bleed through on the edges here. Just see the edge bits where I haven't got the tape down quite right or quite bunched in. But I quite like that kind of gathering of dust or dirt in the grooves of the carapace. So I'm going to mask, once this is dry, I'm going to mask this off and then paint the rest of this carapace red. So I will get back to you when I've done that. Okay guys, we're back. This is the final little update now of how to build the Cerastus Knight. And I'm just going to do a showcase then at the end once it's finished effectively, because you know, it's sort of piecemeal now. You know, I don't think you want to see every little stage of painting. So I'll just show you what I've done. But this is the final bit build. Got my magnets, 9mm by 2mm from this chap at guysmagnets.com. He's got a eBay store as well, magnets. But this card, on the back of this card, is a little code. I mean, it says that he'll always be 5% cheaper on his own website than eBay. And I ordered, and I've got 10% off my next order of magnets, basically. So clearly I won't show you the code because I'll be using that. So with the 9mm magnets, we cut off the nub. There was a nub on these, and if you don't remember the nub that existed, you can go back and just check the previous vid. So I cut the nub off, sanded it down, epoxied, just surface epoxied 2 magnets on there. Okay, and then with the weapons, this recess, it fits a 9mm magnet. You don't need to sand it down, you don't need to do anything, and that fits. And all we've got to do is that. So obviously it's interchangeable. So the weapon will go on either arm, and clearly, you know, the way you magnetise things, it just goes on. So it's a pretty good pull. Obviously, yeah, there we go. So that's that. So that's the 9mm magnet system. And then what have I done? Then basically just been painting. So I need to paint these up now. I can prime these now the magnets are on. So that's fine. Can't remember what I showed you last time. I think I showed you the hazard striping on the shin guard. Haven't done anything with the main body yet. I'm going to start painting that up. And I've just been laying down the red basically. So so again, I mean, you can see these sections. I paint them all off the model, and again, it's a bit of a false look really because it's not finished. So I mean, the red's pretty much done. So I mean, obviously you can see the highlighting on the red. I need to go in and do all the detailing and all the gold edging. So that will make it really pop. It really brings out the red. Done some red on the weapon casing. I'm not sure what colour I'm going to paint the lance yet. And obviously clearly done some red on the fist. So I'll paint the fingers up separately. This is all airbrushed. So that's that. And then did the knees on the Cerastus Knight itself. Again, airbrushed. I need to go in and do the gold edging and then just basically metallicize these legs. I'm going to go in and do some airbrushed effects on his toes and feet just to make them look a little bit more weathered. I think I'm going to do some sort of blue glow effect on the shield, sort of blue kind of concentrating into white with the shield generating in the middle, sort of looking like it's, you know, creating some sort of energy. I don't know how well that's going to work, but I'm going to try. You saw the head already. That's just flat yellow. So I need to do all the detailing on that. And then it's just the carapace. So basically you saw before the hazard striping on the front section of the kind of carapace, sort of cowl bit that goes over his head. And then just did the rest of the carapace red, just to match the rest of the armor plates basically. So yeah, pretty happy with this. The masking and obviously with the little clay shapers, you know, making sure your tape's stuck down and using this Tamiya tape and the stuff from Jammy Dog worked well, as you can see, worked fantastically well. There's no bleed through. I'm really happy with that, really happy. And I'm pretty happy with the red effect actually. I'm happy with the way that's come out. I don't know how much it's picking up on camera, but you can sort of see it's highlighted on the top bits. And again, it's going to look completely different once all the detailing work's done. It looks a bit false at the moment. You know, I mean, I'll sort of say to myself when I'm painting, it's not finished till it's finished. So you're not going to get the true effect of what it's actually going to look like until it's actually done. So thank you all for watching this series of videos. Much appreciated. I'm going to paint this up now. Again, not sure how long it's going to take. That's that. If you've got any questions, comments, queries, let me know and I'll answer them. But this is the end of how to build a Cerastus Knight. Thank you all for joining me on the journey. And the next video about the Cerastus will be a showcase on it completed. So that'll be that, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Cheers, guys.